welcome to another episode of The Fan, coming to you from inside Raiders HQ, where Ricky Stuart made plenty of memories, of course, as a player and a coach. A little later in the show, we sit down with Sticky and talk about some of those memorable moments, the players he played with, the great grounds he played at, and of course, for New South Wales and Australia. But to kick off the show, let's look back now at some of the glory days for the Green Machine.
Spears fires the ball to Hardy. Hoffman. Henjak now. Henjak around one. Still going. Inside to Walker. Bellamy. Bellamy racing for the line. He's in.
Wallace runs to dummy half. Gets it away there beautifully to Ashley Gilbert. He's going to score beside the post. Oh, the Eastern Suburbs defence should be shot for that one. That is really a try from nothing. Here's Henjak. The crowd's burning on Balmain as Henjak made a good break. Henjak's up to the corner line. Looks for support. Jackson's there. They're not going to catch Jackson under the post. The Raiders are in again. Played very well, Ricky Stuart. And now here comes Meninga again. Charging through tackles, pushing tackles aside with great ease. He's over the halfway mark and he's got support too. There it comes, the support now. On it goes to Coyne. Oh, great football. That is class stuff. Gary Coyne finishing off the movement. 5 metres away. Stuart looking for runners. Meninga. They won't stop him up the middle.
It's a good pass from Lee to Neve, and the last pass again astray. Long can't keep it on the toe. Mandruku's got it. Away go Canberra. Mullins down to halfway. Too fast for Davidson. Here comes Watson. Mandruku. Crossing giving chase. One more pass. Back to Mullins. It's champagne football here from the Raiders.
Langer. Kevin Walters. Intercepted. Mel Meninga. 30 metres to go. Will Khan get him? No, the big fella's in. Meninga scores.
Oh, and the crowd love it.
Get yourself a limbo, girl. Give that chick a limbo whirl. There's a limbo moon about. You will fall a limbo love. Jack be limbo, Jack be quick. Jack go on the limbo stick.
Well, you've been involved in this great club, the Raiders, for over 2 decades, and as well done everything else there is in rugby league at every level. So you very much qualify for my favourite, which is reliving so many favourite moments or people around the game that you so have had such a big impact on. So Ricky, it's a bit of nostalgia here, but tell us first off your favourite ground to play at.
I had a couple of favourite grounds off the top of my head. I always seemed to play well at Brookvale Oval. I don't know if that was because Bob Fulton was the coach and the Manly team, and he was our Australian coach, and you were there to impress him as well as play well for your club. I loved playing at Seaford, the first home ground that I'd ever had as a Raider. I absolutely, loved it. It just brought back. It was like because I was at that ground ball boying. I was at that ground watching the Queanbeyan Blues when Don Furness Senior was the coach. I saw so many ex-ARL players come to play for the Queanbeyan Blues, and I was in the change room after every game asking for their socks or their shorts. John Ballasty comes to mind, a person who was a great friend, still is, for many years after his playing days here, all through Seaford Oval. And I also thought Lang Park was probably one of the great stadiums to play at. And also when you look at some of the big games we've played and enjoyed many great memories was the old SFS.
Favourite teammate?
Lara, I was very lucky and I couldn't single one out. I played with a lot of guys who probably didn't get a lot of the recognition that they deserved, and won grand finals with those guys on the back of their camaraderie, their team contribution. But when you look at from a representative level, a club level, I was very, very fortunate because there was four players that come to mind that I played a lot of rep football with, and Steve Walters, Laurie Daly, Brad Clyde and Mal Meninga. And you can throw Gary Belcher into that. And Glenn Lazarus. I mean, all those players all made such an impact on this club, but they also made such an impact on at representative level. You know, if I had to pick two out of that, he's so hard. I mean, I think Glenn Lazarus is equal to, if not the best front rower who has played the game. You know, I know Arthur Beetson is probably number one, and Glenn would be a very close number two. But, you know, Mal and Laurie had such an impact on my career. I was such a very fortunate young man to be able to play at club level with those guys, and then all of a sudden play Origin with Laurie and Brad, Glenn, play Australia with the lot of them, and you know, it made my career.
Yeah. Such a hard question for you. You're so lucky to have had all that. But you're also fortunate to play, as you mentioned, Origin. So can you pick your favourite Origin moment?
Probably when I put Mark McGaw into the corner in, I forget the season, in the pouring rain. I think it might have been the game where Wally and MG had the stink.
There's the siren. The end of the first half. And a bit of a punch-up. Players coming in from all over now. We go back to the magistrate. Oh, Dyer and Lewis. They're mouthing off at each other over the top of David Manson's head. The try line is only 3 metres away. Elias for Stuart. Stuart, a long pass out. McGaw's got it down. It's a try. We're back square. It's locked up again, the Origin.
But it was pouring rain, and they kind of kicked it from the sideline to win that match. That was probably one moment it always stood out for me. It was a great try for Mark McGaw, and the pressure that was on Snoz to kick that goal from the sideline. I'm not great with my memory, but I'm sure that might have been the game where MG and Wally had a set to.
Yeah. All right, now up to Test level. What was your favourite moment at Test match level?
Honestly, from an individual point of view, I just can't go past a try in 1990 at Old Trafford.
He was entitled to get to his feet, so Hanley can't be penalised.
Oh, Laughlin, the intercept. Daly giving chase, but Laughlin will score. Laughlin has scored the try. That levels the scores.
Ricky Stuart threw the pass, and Laughlin tapped it up.
Almost no time left in the match. Stuart. Here it comes now to Lindner. We're well into injury time. 40 seconds, in fact, as it comes away to Stuart again. Stuart throws the dummy. Now Ricky Stuart's on his own. He's up to the halfway. He's waiting for Eddie Housen. He's got support. Eddie Housen's with him. Back it goes to Meninga. And Meninga scores. Oh, what a try. What a try. What a right from Stuart. And what a try. Meninga.
It was my second game for Australia, first game at halfback. And, you know, putting the team into the situation that I did with the intercept pass and could have cost us the Ashes, and it was years and years that we held the Ashes for. And thankfully, I wasn't the one to make the error to give them the Ashes. And having every time I see that clip, and David Morrow, who is ill at the moment, and I hope he gets better, but I run into David Morrow at a bar or a pub somewhere and he'll grab a schooner glass and he will recall it because he actually called that try. But it'll just go down as a memory for me that it was just one of the greatest individual moments for me, for my career. My test match itself would be that test match. I mean, that test match, for us to get back and win like that and for Mal Meninga to turn up on my inside, it was probably the greatest feeling outside winning competition, seeing Mal score that try, because I felt as though that I got us into awful trouble and Mal helped me get us out of it.
You've gone from death to a big celebration. All of Canberra's cheering at the moment. The Prime Minister's probably still with us.
Yeah, I'd like to say hello to Bob and all the people in Canberra. But I'd especially like to congratulate my cousin Brian Cusack and his new wife Kathy Cusack. I was meant to be best man today in Queanbeyan actually for his wedding. I'd like to say hello to everyone at the wedding and congratulate Brian and Kathy.
Well, you were best man here for Bobby Fulton and Mal Meninga. Well done.
Only for the last 60 seconds.
Well, you and Mal had some incredible moments at Test level, but also at this great club. So if you had to pick your favourite Raiders moment, what comes to mind?
Winning 89, 90, 94, winning grand finals.
Yeah.
94 being Mal's last year. You can't go out in a better way, better fashion. Then going over to England and winning the Ashes again for Mal. I've always said with Mal Meninga, it didn't bother me as a player if he didn't play that well on the day. It was the confidence and the belief he gave everybody in that team, just knowing he's running on. So that's a special individual. You know, he's one of our greats here at this club. And, you know, to give players that confidence and belief as an individual, you've got something, you've got a unique presence.
Yeah. So many highlights, favourite moments as a player. Then you move into coaching here and you've been here for now over a decade. What's been your favourite Raiders moment as a coach?
Obviously, making the 19 grand final is my favourite moment and my worst. You know, I came here to create a competitive football team, football club, and I think we're doing that. And every player, every coach always wants to win a grand final. It's everybody's goal. We got close, but we weren't good enough. But that'd have to go down as my greatest memory and my biggest disappointment.
Well, there's still plenty more favourite moments to come, I think. But that was so fun, looking back at all those legends, all those great places you got to play rugby league across the world here in Australia. Thanks, Ricky, for playing my favourite.
Thank you, Lara.